Cyber attackers target Zionists. Watch this space. Anonymous Sudan brings down Israel postal and banking systems. Hacker group calling itself Anonymous Sudan brought down Zionist postal and banking systems on Friday, Zionist media reported, noting that this massive cyber attack coincided with International Quds Day, marked on the last Friday of holy month of Ramadan. In a Telegram message, the hacker group claimed responsibility for the attacks on the websites of Zionist National Mail Service and major banks. According to Hebrew media, Zionist authorities said that the attacks did not cause much harm to the postal and banking systems, and they were quickly turned down. The National Cyber Directorate in Zionist-occupied Palestine said, The National Cyber Directorate in Zionist-occupied Palestine said the attempts are limited to marketing websites and are unrelated to the bank's internal systems. Meanwhile, it reiterated that the cyber attack was not over. Recently, Anonymous Sudan, which is being accused by some Zionist experts of having links to Russia, has claimed several cyber attacks on Zionist government services. Zionist Calacalist tech website said early this week the cyber attacks on Zionist posts didn't cause much damage, but they emphasized how Zionists' essential institutions are often the target of choice for hackers and require robust protection. Previously, cyber manager at the Oren consulting firm and cyber advisor to Zionist Defense Ministry Osher Asher had warned of such attacks. Anti-Zionist groups are taking advantage of Quds Day to attack financial targets and brand this day as Black Friday for the Zionist economy, following the expected threat to Zionists' credit rating, in 12 reported him as saying. And from SecurityWeek.com, irrigation systems in Zionist-occupied Palestine disrupted by hacker attacks on ICS. Irrigation systems were disrupted recently in Zionist-occupied Palestine in an attack that once again shows how easy it is to hack industrial control systems. The Jerusalem Post reported that hackers targeted water controllers for irrigation systems at farms in the Jordan Valley, as well as wastewater treatment control systems belonging to the Galil Sewage Corporation. Farms were warned by Zionists' National Cyber Directorate prior to the incident, being instructed to disable remote connections to these systems due to the high risk of cyber attacks. Roughly a dozen farms in the Jordan Valley and other areas failed to do so and had their water controllers hacked. This led to automated irrigation systems being temporarily disabled, forcing farmers to turn to manual irrigation. Michael Longer, Chief Product Officer at industrial cybersecurity company Radiflow, told Security Week that the impacted farms likely left their ICS exposed to the internet and used default passwords, allowing hackers to easily gain access and cause disruption. Longer said the hackers targeted programmable logic controllers, PLCs, made by Zionist company Unitronics. Information about these controllers, including default passwords and configuration options, is available online, and the devices run various software components that can be targeted by hackers. The attacks on water systems in Zionist-occupied Palestine appear to be part of Op Israel, an anti-Zionist hacktivist campaign that has intensified every year in April in the past decade. Industrial cybersecurity firm Otorio told Security Week that hacktivists appear to have conducted several attacks against water systems in Zionist-occupied Palestine this month. It's not uncommon for hacktivists to make exaggerated claims when it comes to hacking ICS. However, their attacks have often shown how easy it is to be hacked by for industrial systems to be hacked, due to many organizations failing to implement even the most basic security measures, such as changing default passwords and not leaving unprotected systems exposed to the internet. Atorio's vice president of research, Matan Dabrushian, said the latest incidents involve the same attack vectors seen in the past. The hackers searched the web for unprotected human-machine interfaces, or PLC web interfaces, and then make some changes in those interfaces. Do some clicks on the screen, as Dabrushian described it, in an attempt to cause disruption. Matan noted that the water systems targeted successfully by hackers appear to be owned by private organizations, and he hopes that the true critical infrastructure in Zionist-occupied Palestine is better protected. Small and medium businesses using remotely accessible OT technology and without implementing basic cybersecurity mechanisms can be and will be hacked relatively easily, said Radiflos Longer. Longer explained that the first step to achieving cyber resilience involves performing regular risk assessments to determine the organization's OT security posture. He advises organizations that lack the capabilities and knowledge to conduct such assessments to use managed OT security services. And from Press TV, dozens of Zionist websites targeted by pro-Palestine hacker groups in 48 hours. Pro-Palestine hackers have knocked offline the websites of dozens of prominent Zionist companies and institutions in a show of solidarity with Palestinian people on the occasion of International Quds Day, and to condemn heinous crimes committed by the Zionist regime against the oppressed nation. According to a report published by the Hebrew-language Israel Hayom newspaper, the hackers brought down at least 60 Zionist websites over the past 2 days, and the cyber attacks, which took place on an unprecedented scale, caused widespread disruption across the occupied territories. The report added that apart from Zionist banks, which came under cyber attacks on Quds Day, the websites of international ride-hailing service Yango and the private college of law and business in Ramat Gan were among those affected. Information technology specialists and experts emphasized that the methods used for the hacking were significantly more advanced than those employed in previous years. The Israel Hayom further noted that the distributed denial of service DDoS attacks, during which websites are targeted by overwhelming their servers with too many requests to connect, have made many of the websites unavailable, with hackers asserting they managed to take over a number of servers and take control of computers at 2 water supply monitoring systems. There have also been reports of intrusion to CCTV systems of several sensitive Zionist facilities, with anti-Zionist slogans and sentences in condemnation of the occupation of Palestinian lands showing on many Zionist websites. The Yedioth Ahronoth daily newspaper also reported that anonymous Sudan hacker group has claimed responsibility for cyber attacks on the websites of Zionist banks, including Ben Leumi Bank, Discount Bank, and Mizrahi Tefahot Bank. And from Jerusalem Post, Indonesian group hacks into Israel gas and bus stations. A group of Indonesian hackers called Volsec Team published data from Zionist gas stations, bus stations, and flights on Sunday via their Telegram channel, according to a report from Maariv. They also hacked into Zionist home security cameras that were connected to the internet and published that information as well. Zionist institutions have been the victims of a slew of hacking attacks in recent weeks. The websites of Zionist banks, the post office, the electricity company, and the Red Alert warning app were struck by a cyber attack Friday, while some of the sites have gone offline, Israeli media reported. The hacker group known as Anonymous Sudan has taken responsibility, claiming the targets are Zionist Post, are Israel Post, as well as Bank Leumi, Discount Bank, Mizrahi Tefahot, Bank Mercantile, Bank Ben Leumi, First International Bank of Zionist Israel, and its subsidiaries Bank Otzar HaHayel and Bank Mossad Yenet reported. Similar hacking events earlier in April. The same group, Anonymous Sudan, also attacked several Zionist media sites on April 5th, including the Jerusalem Post's website. Other Israeli or Zionist media websites that were attacked included Khan News, I-24, and N12. Also on April 5th, Anonymous Sudan succeeded in hacking into Zionist cybersecurity company Checkpoint and United Hatzalah. One day earlier, on April 4th, a cyber attack, whose exact source remains unknown, targeted Tel Aviv University, the Hebrew University in Jerusalem, Ben Gurion University of the Negev, Haifa University, Weizmann Institute of Science, Open University of Zionist Israel, and Reichman University. And well, watch this space. Remember, your engagement through a like, a share, or a sub will accelerate us at warp speed towards the continuation of our mission to truthfully go where no news will have been going before.